Hello and all, welcome to Math Magic Shows Derive the Quadratic Formula as quickly as possible. So I'm beginning with ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, the basic quadratic equation. And I'm going to divide everything by a. That's the first step. Now the ones in front of the x squared, as you can see, will cancel away. That's going to give us the following: x squared plus b over ax plus c over a, and all of that is equal to 0. And then the x with the ba. So that's what it looks like after you divide through by a. At the next stage, I complete the square basically. So to complete the square, I do the following. I'm going to have here, I'm going to put the variable down. It's going to give me this, and then I take 1/2 of the coefficient of x. I'm going to take 1/2 of ba. So that's going to be plus b over 2a, in other words. Okay? And then you square that quantity, and then you have to subtract off the square of the b over 2a. So I'm going to do minus and then b over 2a, and that thing's squared. And again, just make sure that the b over 2a, you see it's the same quantity in both places. And then I take that c over a from the previous step and I move it to the right side with subtraction, so it becomes negative c over a. I then basically do this. I gotta apply the 2 to the b and the 2a individually, so when I do that, I'll have the following down below. I'm gonna have x plus b over 2a squared, and I'm gonna have minus b squared over 4a squared, and all of that is equal to negative c over a still. Now the next move here, I'm going to take the b squared over 4a squared and move it to the right side. So it's going to give me x plus b over 2a squared. Now the next step, let's take that b squared over 4a and move it to the right side with addition. So it's going to be equal to b squared over 4a squared minus the ca. But notice that I can't combine b squared over 4a squared and ca because they have different bottoms. So for that reason, I have to take c over a and I have to multiply by whatever will make the bottom equal to 4a squared. And that is appropriately the following: 4a over 4a, and that 4a over 4a is really a form of the number 1 because anything divided by itself is 1. So I'm just making the same denominator as usual as what you need always when you're adding or subtracting fractions. At the bottom step now, I'm going to have the following here: x plus b over 2a squared equals, and I'm going to rewrite this now as b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. And I can do that at that step because at the previous step, remember, I'm making the bottoms the same. So up there now across the top, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have to take the square root of both sides. That's going to give me the following: x plus b over 2a squared. I'm going to take square roots. So when you take square roots, just make sure that you use the plus or minus. So it's going to be plus or minus, and then b squared minus 4ac over the 4a squared. Now on the left side, the roots have to cancel, so this and this cancel. In other words, the root and the square cancel off. So it's going to give me x plus b over 2a equals plus or minus. And then I can apply the root on the right side to each part of that expression individually, numerator and denominator individually, that is. So it's going to give me b squared minus 4ac over, and when I take the square root of 4a squared, that's just 2a. Now we are really close. Simply subtract b over 2a from both sides. So x equals negative b over 2a plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. As I said, it would be a quick video, and then just put everything together. The bottoms are already the same. So just rewrite the last step as negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, and the whole thing over 2a. So this is all of our work. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it wasn't too fast. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.